Imagine wanting a brand new Pokemon booster box and seeing prices looking like this. Well, that's the reality of Destined Rivals, and I think at this point we're all exhausted and wondering how much longer will this last. Though before getting into this video, I'm actually gifting this awesome Koraidon SIR to one subscriber. Now, if I reply to your comment and I add the latest Terapagos emoji, then congratulations, this card is being sent your way. And just by a side note, I mean, how awesome is this new emoji? Dude, this emoji just feels lucky, and I know you want to see this on your comment. Though if you are new to the channel, my name's Phil. Definitely feel free to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with Pokemon investing content. Now, at this point, I mean, I kind of really do feel getting Destined Rivals is a little bit hopeless, you know? So when I first saw the Destined Rivals ETB, I experienced like 5 different emotions, right? First, I was like, okay, dude, this is probably the most fire ETB I've ever seen in my life. The red and the black color scheme, you know, you got Mewtwo and Giovanni. It's seriously 10 out of 10. And then I was like, am I even excited about this? Like, I actually didn't even get excited at all when I saw this after that, because I was like, well, how am I even gonna get this product? And you know what? I was exactly right, because yeah, it's awesome, but I'm not gonna be paying these ridiculous reseller prices for these. And it's a real shame, right? Because it's actually such an awesome set. It's seriously peak design. I mean, as someone who's been collecting Pokemon for so many years, I think no one can deny just how awesome this ETB looks. For all of us sealed collectors out there, this is straight up S tier. I mean, even Pokemon 151's ETB was hype, but I don't think the design competes with Destined Rivals at all. But I kind of really hope things improve, especially for newcomers and the younger generations wanting to experience this set. Because I actually speak about this a lot, right? That all those younger kids trying to collect Pokemon today are literally being bullied out of buying Pokemon cards pretty much. So how are those core memories going to be established? Because when we look at base set, right? The reason all of us have such amazing memories with the set was because we actually all remember opening the packs, and when we see the card artworks today, they just bring this huge flashback of nostalgia and incredible memories, right? But you know, for these newer cards, maybe they won't get the same reaction. I mean, let's just take a quick look over these prices. Now, I'm on the Destined Rivals Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes on eBay, and you gotta see what people are asking for. To have the confidence to ask for some of these prices is wild, dude. Check this out, man. 380 USD for a Pokemon Center exclusive ETB, 399 USD, 400 USD. Look, it just keeps going, $400. That one's even got 11 watches on it, right? It is wild. These prices are ridiculous, dude. Now, also, I've actually got some really exciting news because I've teamed up with Collector and we are giving away this Japanese PSA 10 Umbreon Master Ball Reverse Holo from Terastal Festival. You can actually enter the giveaway on my Discord, which is in the description of this video. Now, today's video is actually sponsored by the Collector app. So the Collector app is an app designed to help collectors track and manage their collectible portfolios. Now, what's so unique about Collector is that not only does it store your collection along with the prices you paid for the items, but it also pulls in up-to-date market pricing to track your collectible portfolio. And if you do upgrade to the Pro version, you even unlock the ability to scan your cards to be added to the app, which is a huge time saver. Though, you know, it's not just for Pokemon cards, because Collector also pulls in pricing data for heaps of other TCGs, which include Lorcana, Magic, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and heaps others. So, you know, I really rate this as it's one of the only apps out there which can track my Dragon Ball collectibles. Definitely feel free to check out the Collector app. The link to download the app is within the description of this video. Now, obviously, we have seen the Wobbuffet illustration rare, which is going to be included in this ETB. It is pretty awesome, right? So this Elite Trainer box, you know, getting this with the Pokemon Center stamp on it is gonna be pretty expensive as well. So you got so many things going for this set. Not only are you gonna get the booster packs inside the set, I can guarantee that this Pokemon Center stamped promo is gonna be super pricey, man. So it's kind of funny how things are happening at the moment, right? Because it just feels things are compounding one on top of the other, right? Because I already thought that, you know, Prismatic Evolutions was bad enough, but this is now taking it to another level because, you know, Prismatic Evolutions, it was, oh, it's going to be the EV themed set. There was so many things going for it. Everyone was, you know, talking about how Prismatic Evolution is going to be the biggest thing ever, which it was, right? But moving on to the booster boxes on eBay, these are crazy expensive as well, man. You can see right here, 374 US for a pre-order or a confirmed order for a Destined Rivals booster box. You can see here 440 USD, 629 USD. People are asking wild prices, and you know what? It hasn't even released yet. So this is what's making me kind of feel like, how do we recover from this point? We are so cooked, man. We are literally at a point where how does it even recover? Because I'm kind of thinking, yes, I can see some singles coming down in price, right? That is happening right now. You know, Bubble Mew, Charizard 151, Eevee from Twilight Masquerade. I mean, even the Charmander from 151 is really going down in price, but we can see these new sealed products are really going up. And there's a lot of reasons why this is happening. Number one is a lot of packs are being opened, right? We have a completely new paradigm shift, the whole rip and ship culture, everything. So many packs are being opened, but that is good for people who want to collect a lot of these cards, because that means that the sealed product is being opened. But then for the sealed investors and collectors, they're really winning right now, because if you are holding on to sealed, it is becoming a really, really powerful kind of thing, because it's just with this whole thing and this whole paradigm shift that's happened, people just love collecting sealed, and people are just opening packs like at crazy rates, man. And I'm really wondering when this is going to calm down, right? Because I actually went to try buy some Destined Rivals booster boxes, right? So I was actually on the site from EB Games, which is like the Australian GameStop. I was on the site the second you were allowed to get pre-orders, and man, I was met with this like whole system website crash. I was in a waiting line for like, I don't know what it was, like 20 or 30 minutes, right? And I could not secure any product, and I was literally refreshing the site the second it was available, and I wasn't able to secure a booster box. That's what we're dealing with right now. And like, I'm kind of like, all right, yeah, I'm kind of bummed out that I'm not going to experience the set, but I also feel a lot for my channel viewers as well, because I know so many of you want to just open some of these packs. I really want to see some of the cards inside, and you know, it's such a sick design. And personally, I would have loved to even have one of these booster boxes to keep in my sealed collection. But when I'm looking at these prices, man, oh man, can I not justify paying, you know, whatever it is, 600 USD for a booster box, or 300, or even like whatever the price that they're asking for. I do not want to pay that amount. And I know all of you don't want to do that either. Who wants to pay triple retail price to open a booster box? So I'm kind of thinking a solution really needs to come in play, man, because whether or not this newfound demand, does Pokemon need to now print to match this demand? Because there's a thing that's going on right now, and I think Pokemon is trying to make a decision right now. Do we increase printing demand to kind of cater to this new audience, or is this audience going to be fleeting? And what I mean by that is, I think Pokemon are a little bit worried that if they increase printing production and they try and meet this newfound demand, maybe in a year or two, it'll be wasted effort, because maybe a lot of the people that came through this hype period might slowly trickle down and they phase out and all that. So it's like, do they really want to now oversaturate the market? At this point, they really need to. But you know, they might be thinking ahead and thinking, is this a good decision, right? Because it's not just Destined Rivals. I mean, look on eBay for Journey Together. Check this out, man. 264 US for a Journey Together booster box. You've got one here, 285 US. That is also wildly expensive, man. I mean, for sets that, you know, just a few months ago, a lot of people were buying them for 120, 130 US. To now pay these prices, it stings, man. And I know a lot of us who talk about this, we kind of sound like a broken record right now. And I know it feels like that, right? But the reason why, you know, a lot of us are passionate and talking about this is because there is a part of a lot of us that just want to open some of these sets and collect. Like, there's one thing that I don't like doing is paying over retail price to open product. For some reason, I can never stomach it, man. Like, for me, it's like if I'm buying a brand new set, I should be able to pay the retail price for that. I mean, to me, that's a pretty normal expectation, right? I mean, if a brand new set comes out and I want to just open it and I just want to see some of the cards and, you know, get a feel for the set, I'd love to be able to buy it at a reasonable price. But when I'm looking at this, it's going to be super tough. So I did manage to get 36 loose packs of Journey Together, and it cost me way more than I've ever paid for any other Pokemon packs in my life on retail. But like, then I'm kind of like, am I getting trapped in this FOMO? Look at me. I'm getting even sucked in now because I'm like, I don't want to do it. And you know, because of that, I'm actually collecting so much Dragon Ball at the moment. But you know, I'm speaking about this a lot right now because it's so hard to get some of these products. We are seeing so many people trickle out to other TCGs. I mean, even for Dragon Ball, right? There was a set that released called Dragon Ball Masters B27. history of Z, right? It was a super cool booster box, had an awesome god rare, had serialized cards, really hype, right? Now, if you look right now, this set is literally selling for double what it retails for because so many people are trying to buy this set. But then Dragon Ball sets haven't been in demand for such a long time. So, you do really need to put 2 and 2 together. What's happening right now? Well, a lot of people can't pre-order their sets right now for Pokemon. So what are they doing? They're pre-ordering Dragon Ball. They're pre-ordering Lorcana. They're getting involved in One Piece. So many people are transitioning to other TCGs right now because don't forget, a lot of us who watch this channel, a lot of us who love collecting, we just love collecting as well, man. Just because I can't get Pokemon products doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing one of my favorite hobbies because, I love sometimes opening a few packs. I love filling up a binder and all that. That stuff is really enjoyable to me. But when it gets this pricey, I kind of lose some of that enjoyment for it, right? But, I'm just reflecting on last year when I heard that we're gonna get that Team Rocket set, right? I was so excited. This is before this new hype period came about, right? And now I'm kind of bummed out because something I was anticipating for over a year is gonna be really tough for a lot of us to kind of, get any of the products, right? But another thing I'm thinking about is some of the chase cards. How expensive are they gonna be, or are they gonna be reasonable as well? Because, probably the closest comparison we can do is when we compare the cards from Heatwave Arena and see how they're selling. So here on the Cynthias Garchomp, you can see this is right now selling for 274 US raw. That is a pretty expensive price, man. For raw cards, Japanese cards in particular, that is getting some wild prices. You can see here, Cynthias Garchomp, the set sold for 314. Here again, raw 261 US. Really expensive, this Cynthias Garchomp. I'm very interested to see how it's gonna play out for Destined Rivals. But even when we're looking at Ethan's Ho-Oh, look at this, 184, 185 US, 172 US. If this is foreshadowing anything, maybe the prices are really gonna be overbearingly expensive, and I really hope they're not. But as I said, man, because we got this whole new rip and ship culture and packs are being opened, more than ever before, maybe that will make singles come down in price. It is very likely that Destined Rivals cards may be pretty expensive as well, but then again, we do have reprints coming. We have a lot more stock coming out on the market. Hopefully this kind of balances this out and it becomes more attainable for a lot of people, but it's anyone's guess at the moment. But I probably should say that even though Destined Rivals is a pretty rough situation right now, it doesn't mean there isn't any good news. In fact, some positive news right now is that some of the top chase cards of the Scarlet and Violet era have actually been dipping in price, and those exact cards which are dropping can be seen right here. Within this video, I look over the current Pokemon market and go over the current market correction. Click the video that's appearing on screen to see some of that positive news, and I'll see you there.